Yo, what's up, bro?
What's going on, my guy?
Nothing much. Appreciate you for having coming on the show and everything.
Already? Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. YTK. How the fuck
Yes,
you get
sir.
that name?
Man, all right. We jumping right into it.
Yeah,
Um,
yes, sir. Action Pat.
shit. Honestly, yo, it was when I was out in the county because I'm originally from Baltimore City. I went to
Mhm.
school in Harford County, like middle school, high school type shit,
Mhm.
and niggas was out there just doing crazy shit. So I was out there serving and shit, and this high ass white nigga came to the door. He was like, "You a little young,
Yeah.
you young trap kid," and that's originally where that shit came from. And then I used that because that was just funny as shit to me when I was like that age. So I kept going by that and like coming back to that and shit. But then when I started producing, before I was
Mhm.
rapping, I started producing and shit, and that's what I used that shit under was young trap kid.
So I know you said you're from Baltimore. What
Mm-hmm.
side? East side, west
East
side,
Baltimore.
East Baltimore. So more
Mm-hmm.
towards like Morgan State.
Hell yeah, I'm actually this is the spot I'm at right now, which is crazy because I came when I moved out the county, then came back. The spot I'm at right now is
Mm-hmm.
like 2 blocks away from my first house ever. So
So that's lit. So now we gonna get really into to, to the roots and everything.
facts.
Okay, so my man's he put me on to you. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Okay.
this was like 2 years ago though. He was like, "Yo, keep an eye on this nigga, yo. Like he's hard. He's blowing up in the city and everything." And I
Mm-hmm.
started looking at some views. I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, SoundCloud views." I saw
Right.
the Rose Throat, the Gilligan, the Lay
Mm-hmm.
Low, the Sitting and Thinking. Those had like
Mm-hmm.
17K views and up. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh shit, this nigga might be next up in the city." You feel me? And
So
then I saw the followers and everything. I'm looking almost 2K followers on SoundCloud. I'm like, okay, he has
mm-hmm.
some buzz. You
Yeah.
feel me? So those songs, like how'd you create those? Like what came about those? Your style is different too. So
Mm-hmm.
coming, most Baltimore people, they have like that one flow. You're coming with this whole other angle, sort of like a Vince Staples, early Mac
Ooh.
Miller type vibe. And I'm
Facts.
seeing it. I'm like, wow, he's coming on a whole different approach and still getting the city on buzz. So
Right.
tell me about that. Like how'd you like coming out of like let me say it. How should I put this? The way you're working, how are you getting this type of streaming, like buzz and views and followers and everything?
I honestly attribute it to like a little while ago. Well, first off, I would say like the reason why niggas kind of come different from an average like Baltimore nigga is because of
Mm-hmm.
like the time I spent in the county type shit. Like I was for the better part, like I went from being in an all black area to dead
Yeah.
ass like almost all white people type shit, or just super huge white culture. So I'm not gonna lie, that shit definitely had an effect on me. Like it made me a little more, in the long run, it made me more comfortable with like just liking whatever I like type shit. Like listening to certain type music if I'm around my cousin type shit who never went to a county school and I
Yeah.
listen to a certain type music around him, he gonna be like, nigga, you geeking. And I'm gonna be like, but this shit hard to me. Cause like this is what I kind of came up listening to. But talking on the tip of why I feel like the buzz and the streaming is coming in
Mm-hmm.
like that kind of relates to it because I don't make music just for Baltimore niggas. Like
Right.
my music, I take inspiration from all different type areas so it can reach all different type areas. So then knowing that, like, it's people that hit me in like Seattle that are fans of my shit type shit.
Right.
But since the internet is a thing, I interact with my Seattle fans. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
try to get on Seattle playlists of people that's just on a ground level just like me. So that is definitely what I attribute to why niggas stream so well, is because I'm not geared to just talking to Baltimore just because I'm from here. Like
Right.
I say what I gotta say, and whoever fuck with it, fuck with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's dig more into what you grew up listening to. What other genres kind of reflect on your sound? Because I like when I'm listening to your music, I kind of get like
early
some melodic,
like
some
R&B type
all
shit, because
kinds
that's
of different, yeah, like
mm,
sort of like a old school rap style mixed with
right.
like maybe a little indie in there, a little pop in there. It's kind of like all mixed in together,
Mm,
making this sound that you have now. Tell me about that. Like what you grew up listening to back then, and
facts.
how it kind of affects
Um,
like music now.
I think early on it started with the R&B shit because that's what my mom would play, and then when it transitioned out to like me going in the county, it was like honestly one of the big things that did it is like now that's what I call music. You remember those albums where it's like a compilation of like whatever the fuck is hot in 2008?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was one of them, right? And I'm listening to them, and the people at my school would like be singing these songs, like little kid catchy pop songs type shit. But the culture
Mm-hmm.
was just completely different out there because at my old school we wouldn't be singing Christina Aguilera or you know what I'm saying, Gwen Stefani or Maroon 5 type shit. Like we just didn't listen to that. So
Right.
that definitely had an effect. And then as I got older, like playing instruments and like instrumental kind of. Hold up, we breaking up?
Yeah, yeah, you was breaking up. My bad. What were you
My fault.
saying?
But everybody out there kind of listens to more like instrumental, like guitar music. So
Mm-hmm.
then hearing some of that type shit, I'm like, damn, I like some of these songs. So when I get to making that actual music, and this is actually something that I had to come to terms with recently, and that was on the last EP, is that I can make songs like that. Like I can just sing on the guitar, no drums, if that's what I wanted to fucking do. So I think that's definitely some like insight into like how different genres and shit, and had to be honest with myself type shit.
So, do you play any instruments as
I
well?
play
You was
piano. I
from
took piano in
piano.
like maybe ninth, 10th grade. I took piano, and I was like, all right, I'm just really interested in like, I just used to
Mm-hmm.
love playing that shit. So yeah, piano.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna quiz you. Give me all the notes on the piano.
All the notes on the piano. What, it go from what, A to G sharp?
Okay, okay,
Yeah, what? That's easy.
okay, okay,
Hell yeah.
okay. So you know about the bass and the treble and octave.
Nah, bass clef used to fuck me up, yo. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know how to read. I can read music, like
Mm-hmm.
if I needed to, but I just be playing by memory most times.
Okay, okay.
Mm,
That's good. That's good. And then, so you were kind of like a jack of all trades. You got the music, singing. You got the playing the music, and I
mm-hmm.
also saw that you direct as well. You're like a director. Like you do
That's a
film.
huge passion of mine. Hell yeah. Like, I'm actually trying to direct more videos for people other than myself, and I'm working on a few right now. But
Mm-hmm.
my first one was the joint with 4K Michael, and that joint was
Yeah,
tough.
yeah. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, right? The
Hell
song
yeah.
Hell. Yeah,
That
you
nigga
guys got some
crazy, but
you guys got some strings off that. Like, I saw Lyrical Lemonade and Fader was fucking with y'all too.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it
So
is.
how'd that come about working with 4K Michael and directing his music video and everything?
It's actually crazy, yo, because me and this nigga used to have beef, yo. So like early on, like when I had first came to like the Baltimore area type shit, came back and niggas was like doing more shows, kind of like around Pipe Dreams, The Crown, that kind of Central Baltimore area. He was around there. He was throwing the show and shit. He hit me up. It was right around when Bodyless dropped. He hit me up. He was like, "Yo, come through, perform this, that, and the third." And I had like a clothing brand I was with called Arvada at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
we was up there vending, and I was performing, and we all came in that bitch, yo, and it was something like nigga said we stormed the door and didn't pay, and then the nigga was like he just aired the whole shit out. So then from there on we had beef. But then we settled it probably a week after that, and then niggas reconnected on I don't even know how. I think we had just seen each other at the spot. Oh, what had happened was we had this meeting where it was like some Baltimore artists was just getting together and talking about like the state of the industry, this, that, and the third, all this stuff. But then
Mm-hmm.
when we met and shit, he was like, yo, you remember that beef we used to have? And we laughed about that shit. And then since then we had been cool. Then he hit me and was like, yo, you got a crazy like eye for shit. I want you to direct this next visual. I'm like, damn, all right, shit. I've always wanted to direct a visual for another nigga. And then from there, we just, you know, made that bitch, sent it out, and did pretty cool, you know?
So, what type of mindset do you be in when you're directing? Because when I watched a couple of your videos, and I saw some good concept, like this kind of story. You got the way you angle the camera and everything. You can see that you're going with some like visual concept in there.
Mhm.
So, with that, how like where does the creativity come from and everything?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like I've always kind of underlying been like a really huge film nerd. So like it's mostly the feeling. Like I listen to the song and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, what vibe is this giving off? Where do I feel like it's at? What color do I feel like it is? Like, do I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's chaotic or like smooth or like what? How do I tell? It's here it is. It's another like lane of storytelling. Like kind of when I hear a beat, I think about what that vibe is, what color that is, like what does that feel like? And
Right.
then when I'm like listening to a song for a visual, it's just
Mm-hmm.
another part of that storytelling. Like how do I tell that story type shit?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I saw. Hold on. What was his name? I have it written down. Cicero.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes. I saw that. He was giving you recognition, and then I looked him up, and he had a song with Fugi Raw and Masego too.
yeah.
So can we maybe see some, features with
Yeah, I mean
Masego,
we
Fugi
got one,
Raw?
yo. We got a track together, yo, but I don't know what happened to that bitch. I think it was just we was sending each other so much shit that I feel like niggas just forgot about that bitch. But yeah, that's the fucking homie, bro. He goes crazy. And it kind of speaks to like it used to be like this huge kind of divide between like DMV and
Hmm.
Baltimore artists, but now that shit is out the window, bro. Like everybody,
Yes.
my nigga Paris Price in this bitch, like, but like that shit is out the window, bro. Niggas don't do the DMV Baltimore headbutt no more. Like niggas is just all homies for real.
Yeah. See, like, I'm from Laurel, you from Baltimore, so you know it's already working
You feel
when
me?
you already, yeah, you feel me? Like, and that's what I hope it eventually comes to, like, we're all, united as one, and we all just working together so the DMV can be up next.
That's facts, bro. I mean, we only gonna get there together, bro. All that dumbass shit.
Hmm.
We all really we all the same, to be honest with you. Like
Yeah.
we all say yeah hella times. We all wear 990s. You know, like let's just stop beefing.
Now, with the difference with the DMV Baltimore shit, real quick, though, is that a backwood? Oh, I gotta get you on the Chiefs and
Not that
final.
she said barbecue.
I was gonna bring it up. I was going there. I was going
You said she's in funnel, bro. You don't.
there. The Chiefs, we gotta get you on the Chiefs and final.
Yeah, niggas be big front toe out here. I can't even get with the front toe, bro.
Yeah.
The front toe kind of crazy.
So
But
I know.
yeah,
I mean, the backwoods is a Baltimore thing. So favorite backwood, just know
honey berry,
the honeyberries. Those were
honey
cool.
berry. That's
Those
the
were
one.
cool. Favorite strain of Pat.
Cherry
Like
wine.
the
I'm a
cherry.
CBD smoker, bro. That's what a lot of niggas don't know. I used to smoke big weed, but then niggas lace my shit, dummy. I got the tweaking.
Oh,
So,
niggas gave you the K2.
nigga, PCP, dummy. PCP, I was tweaking. I was tweaking hard. Shit, I'm surprised I made it back, nigga. That shit was nuts. And
They'll say the PCP. Like
niggas was tweaking. I was high for like 2 whole days, yo, like 48 hours, nigga.
when you off the PCP, how does that feel? Like
Bro, I felt invincible, nigga.
yo thought he was
I felt
Superman.
invincible until I started panicking though. Like that's a whole crazy ass story, bro. Like my all right, so what happened was like out the county, it was my pop was usually back in town working on his real estate shit, and my mom was either at work or, you know what I'm saying, doing something else.
Mhm.
So I was usually with my grandma most times, and it's my fucking grandma. I can sneak anything past her. She old. So I used to like go smoke downstairs in my basement while my grandma was up in the kitchen doing whatever.
Mhm.
I'm smoking this shit. It's a regular day. And I'm hitting it like I usually hit it. I'm like, damn, this shit's strong, nigga. I feel good. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna smoke a little more. I finished a whole bitch by myself. I don't even usually do that at that time. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
showing off, I guess. So I go upstairs, and this shit was so strong, dummy. I'm dancing to the television, no music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people voices on Hannah Montana, like, I'm geeking. Mind you, I'm like 13, 12 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, yo, that shit hit me like a brick. I'm like, bro, my chest heavy, nigga. Everything is like, is my shit beating fast, bro? I literally crawled down the stairs, like, hands and feet to my grandma. And I'm like, Grandma, oh, my heart beating fast? She shot up. I've never seen that woman move that fast. We got in the car. She fucking speeding through all the red lights and shit. We get to the hospital, and at intake they got my name wrong or something, and they said I was like a girl or some shit. It was something like out of pocket. So
Mm-hmm.
we in the you know that little room right before you go at the ER, right before you go back, like
Yeah.
it's like the little intake joint. It
Yeah.
was just me and the doctor, and this shouldn't be funny, but at the time, yo, mind you, I'm still fried.
Yeah.
So like it was this Asian nigga. He had like a crazy accent.
Oh
He
shit.
was
I
like,
know
"Did you
what's going.
smoke marijuana recently?" And I'm like, I get the geeking in that bitch. Then I go, "Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah." He's like, "Oh, okay, okay."
He already
Then
knew
we go
what's.
back and shit, and we get back, and it was kind of like this battle between, like this silent battle happening between me and the doctors and my mom, because
Mm-hmm.
they knew I was high, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell my mom yet. So they was like trying to drop hints and shit. So like,
Mm-hmm.
hey Colby, you want to tell your mom how you're feeling? You want to let her know why you're feeling this way? Do you have any idea? And I'm like, shit. I mean, I don't know. And then out of nowhere, they dropped it. It was like, yeah, he's been smoking marijuana, and we don't know what it's laced with. And you never know what's in this stuff. So we're just gonna keep him for some testing. And then I think they like tested my blood or something. They was like, yeah, there's some kind of compound in here that's not, THC. I'm like, good God. That shit got me tweaking even more. I'm
Who
like,
said good God?
yo, and I'm pretty sure I passed out. And then I woke back up, and then like everything was almost done. But I was still high when I woke up. So then me and my grandma, we go to like Waffle House or some shit, and I'm in that bitch geek.
Crushing, having the
I'm just
munchies.
like, I'm laughing and everything. I'm telling jokes. I'm flirting with the fucking waitress and shit. Like, I'm just doing whatever. But then, yeah, nah, I definitely stopped smoking since then, like for maybe
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 years. And then I can smoke weed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that I can't do, but like, it just always reminds me of like that.
Of the past.
Like, it's a mental thing now. So I'm fucking with a CBD.
So, what was it like when you first told your parents that you smoked weed? How was that experience?
Yo, the thing is, my mom, when in that doctor's room, she did the most dramatic shit, dummy. Like, she fell out. She was like, "Oh my God, my
Not my
baby, I wouldn't put
baby.
it past you. I can't believe you doing this. You said you never would have smoked weed. I believe you, raggedy ass nigga." I'm like, all right, you gotta, come on now. Like, I had dreads for maybe how long? Like, this has been a decade. Like, this isn't like something you should have. But anyway, I mean, she was wilding out for a little second. But then, like, now I'm grown at this point, she's not
Yeah.
worrying about it right now. But then my dad, yo, he a man of few words. My man was just like, hey, you never know what's in that stuff. You best stay away from it. And that's all he said on that shit.
Yeah, right. Kept it
That's all
100
he
with
said.
you.
And I'm like, well,
Can't be mad at that shit.
it's accurate. You never really know.
So
Yeah.
you said you haven't cut your hair in how long?
Been about a decade. It's been 10
Damn.
years.
So how long is it now? Like lengthwise?
I take what out for real.
Oh shit, you gotta do it for the followers, for the fans.
Let me see. Shit. Probably.
Damn. Like an armlet, for real, for real.
Yeah, for real. About down to my back. Hell yeah. 10 years. I don't know. I used to have times where I thought about cutting them. But now I'm just like, I think that was just me trying to change something up. They're utility based. I keep my key, right here. This is my house key. So
still got the keychain for the key.
I can't tell you
That's
how many
tough though. You
keys
can
I
never
lost
lose
when I
it
was a
though.
kid. You said,
Yeah,
huh?
you can never lose it.
For real. My mom used to beat my ass when I lost a key, yeah.
Can never
I
get
started
licked.
doing this early.
Can never get licked either.
For real. I mean, yeah, like, nigga, what? Like, it's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
So back to your music. I
Right.
know and I know that you really been dropping and like you've been getting the buzz. What's the next step from here? Like features, upcoming artists that you might be bringing up, record
Mm.
label.
It's a
And,
lot in the works right now, bro. I'm not even
yeah.
gonna lie. Um, I think right now, like I'm kind of in this lane of trying to direct videos for the homies, like I said. But
Mm-hmm.
my music right now is I'm sitting on a lot of shit, and me and my manager, we on the high key having like a lot of conversations with like different labels, and like if we want to forge out a deal with them and then have my next drop be like under a label type shit,
Mm-hmm.
or staying independent for a little more, gaining some more leverage to come at them niggas with a even crazier deal. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm I'm in a space right now where I'm honestly just focusing on making the most honest music I can.
Right.
But I do, want to get a little bag, get
Right.
some resources so I can make even crazier music. So it's kind of up in the air right now.
So for being a rapper and an artist, what have you seen in the music industry that like so far? Is it shading? Is it
Oh,
truthful? Just all kinds of things from like just from where you started to now.
it's a
What have
business. It's
mm-hmm.
a business. That's like one of the things that I feel like as a young nigga I glossed over type shit. Like all of this shit is a business. Like it's monetized, it's tracked, it's monitored, it's bought and sold, like.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, like it's another interesting aspect that's added into it. Like you got to be on your P's and Q's about your shit. You got to know what you want out of a deal. You got to know what a good deal looks like, what it
Mm-hmm.
entails. Like. But then as far as like, it is murky areas where like business shouldn't be placed into it. Like who gets to collaborate and connect with who and what level they have to be at to do that, and whose ideas are highlighted
Right.
based off of, what the fuck is going on or who they round type shit. But it all goes back to, that age old saying, it's about who you know type shit. But
Right.
sometimes the wrong niggas be knowing the right niggas, and it just turn
Right.
out disingenuine. So I think that's kind of like, it's not all bad though. So I don't think I have like a fully bad perception of what the music industry is type shit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then albums. Any new albums coming up? I know you had your first album from Grace for Grace. Then you have
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Mack. No, Jimmy Mack was your first, and then from Grace for
It
Grace
was
was your,
Jimmy Mack Berea from Greece.
yeah. First off, who the hell is Grace? Who's that? Is that like someone that you hold on, froze. Coming back.
You
We coming back, we back.
all right, bet.
But oh yeah, what I was asking was with the from Grace for Grace, who is Grace?
Grace was a concept, yo. Grace was
Okay.
Grace was all right. So the concept of the name from Grace for Grace, it was like songs from grace, which means that it's songs like the term "a fall from grace," like
Mm-hmm.
what grace means, and they're like this is songs from the feeling of grace, like feeling gracious. And
Mm-hmm.
then it was songs for grace, which is for like the female term of grace, which just represented, females in general, like all the women I was dealing with at that time.
You a ladies man, huh?
It's not even that. All right, we all, deal with,
Yeah.
romantic relationships and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm just because I be rapping about it. It seemed like I be doing some crazy shit. I'm just talking about what I know. But so songs from Grace for Grace. It was kind of like and a vice versa of both of those that I just said. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was kind of like encapsulating just what I was talking about. Like at that time, I felt like I had to give a lot of. I was in a gracious kind of mindset of everything that I've learned at that period. So I'm like, all right, this is songs highlighting that feeling, but it's also I be talking about the women shit. So you know,
Yeah.
it kind of goes back and forth between them two. Yeah.
So you were telling about like this is a highlight in your time for the for being grateful, I guess, and graceful. Tell me, like being from Baltimore, how was that like growing up?
Um, like I said, I had a real unique experience with Baltimore. Like I've lived, you know, the bulk of my life period in Baltimore.
Hmm.
So
And what
honestly, I'm
have you
still trying
seen?
to navigate what that shit means to me because like right now I feel like I'm in a transitional period about what Baltimore means to me exactly. Like
Hmm.
because it's taught me most of my shit, like I feel like Baltimore tries to paint niggas in a corner. Like the
Hmm.
whole just the way shit is set up, like you can only not you can only, but you're encouraged to be one sort of nigga type shit. So to me, it's kind of like I'm finding out that I don't have to be a certain type nigga to represent Baltimore. You know, like Baltimore looks a whole bunch of different type ways than it's portrayed. Like niggas think Baltimore is really The Wire all of the time. Like that's not
Yeah.
Baltimore to me, bro. Like I had never even seen The Wire, so I don't even know if that's what it's like. But I think kind of representing it in my own specific and special way, I feel like it's something I'm learning how to do. You know, yeah.
Has it been a hard road or easy road?
I think it gets easier. It didn't start off like necessarily hard. It was just a battle I didn't even know I was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Hmm.
it was kind of so like intrinsically like placed within me. Like this is what Baltimore looks like, and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, I like a whole bunch of different shit. Why
Hmm.
does why is it not portrayed in the way that I see it most times? So
Right.
being honest is easy about it though. Like that's the easiest part. Like
Hmm.
yeah, it's very easy now, but I didn't know I was fighting that battle up until recently. You know.
Being from there, what have you seen growing up? Like, what was your perception of Baltimore? I know you were talking about you having like it not being like the Wire look. What was your outlook, I
It's
guess?
definitely it's tough.
Hmm.
Like you get desensitized real easy to a lot of shit. And it's like not only like environmentally,
Hmm.
like emotionally, like physically, like you just learn how to like suppress a lot of shit. And I feel like the more you express what you like repress, bro, like the more potent your shit gets and like the more like easy it is to just be honest with yourself, you know? So like
Right.
it's a lot of shit like yo, especially in my 20s, like it's just random shit. Like I see a can of beans in the crib and I'll just have a whole flashback to the trenches and niggas was hungry every day type shit and like
Hmm.
lights was off and all this other shit. But then like I'm thinking, damn, why am I just now remembering shit like this? Like why am I'm 21 at this point. Like niggas don't have access to like core childhood memories for what? And then I really get to thinking about him like, damn, shit was just rough. And I chose not to remember certain shit, you know?
Hmm.
It's crazy, you know? And that's the thing about music, like, it genuinely, most times, like when I'm spitting, when I'm making a beat or thinking about a visual or writing freestyle and some shit,
Hmm.
I really find some shit out about myself that I did not know previously. This shit is a therapist, you know? It's crazy.
So for the people who haven't heard of you or is maybe getting new to you, what can they hear
Mm-hmm.
in your raps?
You say what?
What can they hear in your raps? Like
Um,
you're spitting or
Honestly, my previous projects, the music I'm making now, like the snippet that I dropped when I was like laying in the bed or and I had the YTK like drawn out, that
Mhm.
is like more so of a representation of the music I'm making now. Like I'm just verbatim saying shit that I've been through and seen and just like how my mindset was at different times and shit. But previously, I tried to like thinly veil it in like, you know, like crazy metaphors and like for
Mhm.
situations. And I try to use a lot of like different ways to kind of beat around the bush about shit that I used to get into and feel. But nowadays, the music I'm making, I'm just saying like straight out period. Like, nigga, I used to be real hungry. You know, I
Mhm.
used to be doing bad shit. I used to, you know, I think about doing bad shit. Like, I'm just being completely honest in all of my music. So I think
Mhm.
that's what you're hearing now. But previously, it was like kind of a little murky, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
because when I listen to it, it sounds like some shit that makes you sit and think, sit back and
Mm-hmm.
just think about life and shit. Some shit you can just smoke to, like damn, damn. Like I feel it, you know, just damn.
Yeah.
So any sneaky features, sneaky projects?
It wouldn't be sneaky if I told niggas.
Facts, facts.
It wouldn't be sneaky if I told niggas. I
You
mean,
wanna
yeah.
you wanna
Yeah.
give something classified to make it not unclassified?
Um, let me think. Let me think. What can I?
Any album dates?
Dates. Uh-oh. All right, I'm dropping a single within the next 30 days. I say that. Next 30 days. Next month, I'm giving something. Dropping something off on niggas.
And if it's not dropped next month, that means you gotta drop two. You gotta drop
Drop
two
two.
songs.
All right, I do that. I do
I'm gonna hold you to your word.
that.
It's like, nah, I'm just messing with you. But
Yeah, probably something real soon. I'm trying to get into like the more so
mhm,
2021 because I feel like I couldn't drop as much in 2020 as I wanted to, especially like near
mhm.
the tail end. But 2021, I'm dropping shit off. Period. I'm just rapid fire letting them bitches off. So yeah.
Mhm. With your beats too, like your beats are dope. Who makes them? Like you personally,
Hmm.
or
For the
yeah,
most part, yeah. I mean, up until Straight Drop, which was my most recent release, like most of
right.
them are on me. From Grace, I did a good amount of the production on almost all of them, but then on Peyote, the first one, and Prada, I think the fifth. That was I got help from my guy Baird. He's fucking he brought that sauce on that bitch. But yeah, most of it is me. Most of it I try to at least start the idea off, get the
Mhm.
drums, whatever area, melodies, and then I've been trying to collaborate more. You know what I'm saying? Getting other people to send me beats over and catch pockets on there and is that and the third. But yeah, most of me.
And then do you do like live recordings for your beats? Because sometimes when I'm listening, I hear like it sounds like it's like a live acoustic or like a live drums, the snare, the hi hats, like.
Either that or
Mhm.
like a crazy sample pack I have. And some of these VST, some of the instruments on my laptop are just so tech because like that's just I'm getting new like sounds and programs and software that just elevates my production in so many ways. But yeah, sometimes I think there's a bit of there's definitely live guitar on From Grace because that was the homie Bear too. Oh yeah, now he did the guitar on Roulette Acoustic. He did that one too, so three. But yeah, that was the only live instrument I think that was in there, other than keys, like I said. But yeah,
In the industry, who would you want to work with if you could?
my gut always says Tyler the Creator off like just knee jerk reaction, but I feel like I want to get another one that's like not far off or some shit I actually want to do. Um,
I could see Tyler the Creator.
I definitely want to do Tyler. I think I want to fuck with Smino, yo. He has crazy
You know,
pipes.
it's tough.
He's
You know,
just
something
hard.
something serious.
Mm, yeah,
Got down to Dreamville, and now he's up.
yeah, he definitely. Yeah, he crazy with it.
Why? Okay, why would you say those two though?
Um, personally, first Tyler yo, because I just like his production, like his creative process. Just seems like there's a lot I could just learn from,
Mhm.
and Yeah, he's like, I think I need to get more into live instruments and like live recordings type shit. I feel like he does a lot of that, like crazy synths, shit like that. I think, yeah, I just like the whole style of how this nigga makes music and songs and like projects type shit. But
Mm-hmm.
Smino too, because like the nigga wordplay is nuts. I wanna honestly, I wanna take like a certain amount of time and then just sit in studio sessions to see how different artists record and like what their creative processes are like.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I feel like it's a lot niggas can learn just from seeing how somebody else creates a song, you know. But those are two that I really just like the styles of Smino and Tyler. I like their shit.
Other than music, what do you like doing? Like hobby wise, just
I like hooping, honestly, but niggas haven't been able to hoop because COVID and it's cold, so you can't even really freak it. That what else?
you
Directing.
bucket.
Uh, hey man, I'm a little rusty right now, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
niggas not fucking with me. But that I really off top, I don't have a lot of hobbies other than music. I'm a pretty straightforward guy.
With the music, how many hours do you put in the stew with the music and everything?
I really couldn't even tell you. Like, because my studio is most times like a at home setup, I just wake up and I just start fucking with shit. You know, like
Just
beats, sounds, loops. I just be in there playing around, you know, so I
mm-hmm.
couldn't even tell you. It's a lot of time though. It's literally, all I do. So yeah.
So okay, we're gonna wrap this up a little bit. Where do you see yourself a year from now with like the music and everything?
A year from now. Certain milestones I want to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have two completely different projects out. Um, that's kind of hard to say right now. Also, especially with the COVID, I don't know where physically I want to be. Like if I'm gonna be back out LA or here,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to be releasing a lot more music. Period. That's kind of just like a overarching thing. Releasing a little more, probably a bigger budget with the music shit, so I could really go crazy on visuals, merch,
Mm-hmm.
wild shit like that. But yeah, honestly, I just want to be going harder than I am right now a year from now. you know?
Someone said I want to hear YTK on 92Q. We gotta lock
Oh
that in,
shit.
I guess.
Matter of fact, niggas got the 92Q plug. I just need to make clean versions of my music. Yo, keep every time he see me, he say that shit. But I need to make some clean versions.
Man, you gotta send me some shit so I can spend that shit in the clubs.
Say less, nigga.
We gonna
you
we
only
gonna, we
say
gonna work. We gonna work,
let's
man.
go, nigga.
We gonna we
If
gonna
not
we,
anything from this convo, that's tough.
man. No, we definitely listen. I told every person I interview, we always gotta do a follow-up interview too.
All right, bet. That sounds good.
Whether it's a year from now, 2 years from now, or to see how niggas progressed over the years, bro.
That's a bet. That sound yeah, hell yeah. I love shit like that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. What's good, y'all? Shout out to the people, man, supporting us, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, for real, for real.
Already, man.
For the
Glad you
chat,
had me.
if y'all ever want to do an interview, y'all know, open ears, man. Where can they find you though? That's very important though.
Yeah, YTK. All my shit, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, it's all yeah, YTK. I'm trying to get the regular YTK, but it's like this K-pop band somewhere that has it, and I've been DMing them for like 3 years. Like, damn, you trying to sell that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, YTK. And on Spotify, Apple Music, just all caps YTK. The bun should be up there.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Go start a TikTok challenge. One of his songs, man. You got hit the and I'm ugly as shit with it.
Thanks, hell yeah.
Ugly as shit with it, but hey, I'm stiff as shit, but it's all good.
Hey,
Not every black person got rhythm. You're about to get on my wall.
Hey, hey, okay. Oh my god.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you for coming on the channel. It's YTK
All right.
talking with Rambo Spin That. You know, we on the Open Ears channel. I salute you. We out.
All right. Be
All
easy.
right, be safe, bro.